Today we'll be taking another look at Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks' relationship with one another. Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss' story reportedly dates back to their early days in NXT. There's no official story on what exactly happened between the two of them, but the fan theory is that the conflict between the two of them first started after Alexa Bliss suffered a nose injury during her NXT match with Sasha Banks when they were both starting out in WWE. Now, this actually happened, and we know that for sure because this match did air on NXT. It was Alexa Bliss versus Sasha Banks on the November 13th, 2014 edition of NXT. Alexa's nose was clearly injured by the end of the match. Maybe they just didn't like each other for a completely unrelated reason. It's hard to really tell, but everyone's first guess seems to be that 2014 NXT match between them. Not only did this backstage feud between the superstars take off, but you kind of get that same feeling between Sasha's fanbase and Alexa's fanbase. It always feels like their fanbases are at battle with each other about who's the better wrestler, who's the better champion, and all that. So the feud has even carried over between their fans as well. Some fans will take one side and go against the other side, but you can definitely be a fan of both. I'm a fan of both Sasha and Alexa. I want to see the both of them succeed. But there's some fans out there that take it serious and stick to one side. I think that whole aura of them not liking each other and all that other stuff really adds something to their matches. I know I'm always excited for a Sasha Banks versus Alexa Bliss singles match because of their rich history with each other, because of all the rumor tension, because of the two passionate fan bases that are always at each other's neck. All that really makes the matchups feel even more special and add a lot of depth to it. So I love that part about the Sasha Banks and Alexa Bliss feud. It really does make a basic singles match between them seem like a bigger deal. Then whoever pins who will be the talk of the week, and the winning fan base will brag about it on social media. That's all part of the fun. But it got a little more intense when fans started to look deeper into everything. For example, Alexa and Sasha had each other legitimately blocked on all social medias for multiple years. They would sometimes subtweet at each other, but rarely legitimately tagged each other. More on that later because something has started to change there. But now let's take a look at them actually addressing the rumors themselves. Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks had a big title match set for SummerSlam a few years ago. As part of the promotion for the match, Alexa was a guest on Peter Rosenberg's podcast. Rosenberg directly asked Alexa about the rumored tension with Sasha Banks, and Alexa was extremely honest with her answer. Alexa had this to say about the Sasha Banks rumors. I've always been the person to say business is business, personal is personal. I will never let my personal feelings about someone get in the way of business. I want to have a productive match. I want to have a safe match. I want to have a great match. I want to take this company to the next level with our women. With this WWE Women's Revolution. I've seen the things Sasha said about me. If that's how she feels, that's fine. But we know we have to put it to the side and have a productive, professional match because that's what it's all about. I'm trusting her with my body. She's trusting me with hers. And I will never, ever, I never want to have somebody's injury or somebody's misstep or something happen on my watch. So I know that no matter what, I'm always going to be in professional mode. It doesn't matter how we feel about each other. The point is, we have a job to do, and we have to go, and we have to do it well. So that was quite the open and honest response by Alexa Bliss that really gave us a good insight on what their relationship was at the time. Alexa basically confirmed that they obviously weren't close friends, but they had a huge match together. So they basically had to have a working, professional relationship with each other to safely work through the match. Sasha and Alexa even had a huge back and forth interaction on Twitter back in 2016 that started off as being WWE related, but then quickly elevated to some personal jabs. It all started when Alexa mentioned on air that she didn't know who the masked wrestler was. Alexa said that it could have been Sasha Banks or Nia Jax, which led to Sasha responding to the WWE tweet with a gif that read, "I don't know her." Alexa did respond with, "Oh yeah, it's probably best you don't." So far, so good. It was looking like basic trash talk between superstars. But then, the indirect tweets started coming right after, and things got more personal. Sasha had this to say without tagging Alexa at all. I ain't scared of no little girl who plays wrestler. This ain't Hollywood. Sasha then posted a picture that said, "It's easy to look sharp when you haven't done any work," which a lot of fans understood as another jab towards Alexa Bliss. Alexa then posted her own indirect tweet responding to Sasha Banks, but not tagging her. Alexa had this to say: "I'm 95% sure that you don't like me. I'm 100% sure I don't care. Jealousy isn't cute." Then during a Raw Talk interview a few years later, Sasha was cutting a promo on Alexa Bliss, but things once again sounded like it was getting personal. Sasha had this to say during the Raw Talk episode: "You know, she came in so cute, so humbled. She came in so fake, with her fake little stories, her fake little, I love wrestling growing up. I love Matt Hardy. You know what? You can't even tell the difference between Jeff and Matt, you idiot. Yeah, we call you on all your lies, sweetheart. You're just here to be another girl, another heel. You just want to be here for a Hollywood act. You're on Total Divas now. You're getting what you want, and you can talk your way into everything. But you know what? You can't run away from me. Look, you don't have to come from the indies to be here, but you do have to respect it. You don't have to lie your way saying, 'Oh my God, I love this company.' Girl, you don't need to lie. Just be yourself. And if she was herself, maybe I would like her. There are two girls who don't like this business, but they learn to respect it, and she doesn't show any respect. And that's what I'm going to teach her, respect." So once again, some strong words from Sasha Banks towards Alexa. Sasha's, of course, referring to the fact that Alexa had no indie experience. Alexa was a product of the WWE Performance Center. She didn't have any wrestling experience before WWE. Sasha also claims that she doesn't like her because her fake love for the company. So sure, that might have been the character talking, but that's a bit personal. You're saying that someone is faking their passion about their career. That's a pretty serious accusation there. She's saying that Alexa Bliss was never a fan of wrestling or passionate about it. She was accusing Alexa of only using WWE as a stepping stool for Hollywood. Now, don't get me wrong here. There's been a handful of superstars who did in fact use WWE as a stepping stool for Hollywood. But I don't really get that feeling from Alexa Bliss. It just feels like she loves wrestling, and that's all she wants to do. So Sasha may be a bit off with those old comments, but who knows? Then from there on, the two of them would both score multiple wins over each other, and fans are always looking at every small detail of their matches. But for the first time in a while, looks like we got something interesting going on here between the two of them. Fans have noticed that Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks are now following each other. They even had an interaction on Twitter where they were tagging each other, and it never got personal the way it used to. Sasha flat out tweeted, "I'm better than Alexa Bliss," and tagged her. Alexa quoted the tweet and tagged Sasha in a gif of herself laughing. So yeah, you look at the context of the tweet and you see that it's still the typical "I'm better than you" talk. But the fact that they're tagging each other, following each other, not indirectly tweeting personal jabs at each other anymore, I just interpret that as them being on decent terms, because if something was still there, they wouldn't even be tagging each other to start with. And I hope that's true. The drama is good for WWE. It brings eyes and attention. But at the end of the day, we don't really want to see another legitimate conflict between WWE superstars. We would love to see them all get along. So that's what we're hoping is going on here with Sasha and Alexa. I don't think it's time to start celebrating and booking them as a tag team quite yet, but it's still a start for them and a big improvement to everything we've seen over the last few years. How did you interpret this interaction between Alexa Bliss and Sasha Banks? Do you think everything could possibly be squashed? Or do you think everything is still the same as it was before? Leave your comments. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.